Evan Mobley is a bona fide defensive player of the year candidate. Now, I was thinking that it's possible that I'm seeing less of this because my Twitter timeline is so Rockets dominated, and this is not something Rockets fans are looking to talk about necessarily, But I think it is getting a little underlooked at the same time.
Yes.
Part of what, part of what I think is happening is this: he was supposed to be this generational defensive prospect, right? That was
And
the
he is.
mark, right? Exactly. And so I feel like people are also accepting this as like, yeah, Evan Mobley, defensive player of the year candidate. Like we expected this, like not by sophomore year, man.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like that's pretty tall Totten right there, man. And like he's leading the league in defensive win shares. That's impressive. This is a crazy sophomore campaign. I do think the offense still has a little way to come as an overall player and everything. But man, just watching him, like he is absurd on the defensive end. He stops like four different good field goal attempts in one possession. Like he's guarding a wing, and then somebody else covers the wing, so he switches to the interior and he protects the rim. Somebody kicks it out. He guards a guard. Like it's really special stuff. I really think he's gonna be a generational defensive player, man.
Oh yeah. I do think you nailed it. It's the like we expected him to be great on defense. Like, yeah, but like guys aren't this good this quickly.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like there was like defense takes the longest for guys to like get in the NBA. And it's like, well, if that's true, like
How
Evan
good is
Mobley's
this
gonna
kid
get
gonna be?
he's probably yeah, it's like people are like it's not taking account like, oh shit, he's probably gonna get better at this. That's a scary thought. That's a great one. Okay. I hinted at this one. You know, I'm a Wizards fan, even though they are not a very fun team to root for. But Kristaps Porzingis, who the Wizards are trying to extend, has had a fantastic season. He's been one of the 20 best players by box plus minus. He's 20th. So, not like surefire top 20 player, but like, if you finish 20th in that metric, that's good. And he's kind of become the player everyone, I mean, not everyone, but he's become the player that people expected him to become in New York. And I've always felt that like he's gotten kind of a raw deal in the way public perception has gone since he's left New York, right? Like he was way overrated when he was playing for the Knicks because he was a good young player playing for the Knicks and they hadn't drafted anyone since like Patrick Ewing and turned him into anyone good. Goes to Dallas, has injury issues, but when he's healthy, he was actually a pretty productive player. And then like the Mavericks couldn't work it out with him and Luka, and he's kind of viewed as being this massive failure on the court. And it's like you look at the numbers, it's like the dude was pretty fucking good, and he was dealing with a bunch of knee problems the entire time he was there. He goes to the Wizards, and since he's joined the Wizards, he's been really fucking good. And I hope they extend him because he's a good player, right? If he were to opt out, like he would get a good 4-year deal that pays him north of 33 million, in my opinion. And I don't think he'll be all NBA, but like I also don't think he's kind of in that next tier of like they're pretty close to all NBA, and that means he's like a top 25, top 30 player, and yeah, he's been really good. I don't know what to say. Like rim protection, 3-point shooting, he's gotten better at like attacking closeouts. Like he still kind of doesn't really have post moves, but he's if he gets a mismatch, he can shoot over the dude. Like what's not to like? He's the player that we wanted him to be. There's just I think the expectations in New York was he's going to be the best player in the league, which if you looked at the numbers, never was on the table.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That's a good one too, man. He's had a really good season.